Alright, so we're going to have the moon entering Virgo tomorrow. So when the moon enters Virgo, we all going to basically be worrying about things, organizing things, being practical, being consistent, and of course developing our routine methods towards the full moon. Because once the full moon get here, you can't be in a situation of trying to play catch up. You was already in the stage of new moon, wax mode, and boom, full moon. Now, when this moon get in Virgo, what you need to be worrying about is the right things. Actually, you need to be basically worrying about things being perfect. And even if things don't look perfect, you better act as it is perfect. Because when that full moon get here, that full moon is going to bring full blossoms and full manifestations right at your front door, right in your backyard, through somebody, through something, through a place, through a thing, or anything that plays out in the representations. That's going to basically cater towards the energies and the works that you was putting in the beginning when the moon was basically in the new moon mode and, of course, waxing. Now, you want to make sure that you are bearing the right fruit, harvesting the right things in your space, and making sure whatever don't belong, you want to start getting rid of these things. Start peeling these things off. Start letting these things fly, because you want to be getting yourself prepared and prepped towards this full moon, which we're going to have in Libra. So when the full moon in Libra, that's the time where you're going to be seeing the other side, seeing the reflection, seeing the mirror, and of course relating towards the things that you was participating in when the moon was currently in wax mode. Now we're going to basically go through the rundowns real fast of where you have Virgo at in your charts, where you have it in your house, and these are going to be the areas where you need to be focusing on being organized, worrying about the right things, being conductive, and taking heed towards taking the right steps towards your routines. Now, if you're a Virgo ascendant, which you will have it in your first house, this is putting yourself into the right mechanism of worrying about yourself during this time. You need to worry about yourself, worry about your personal life, worry about personally organizing your life right now, worry about personally getting step to step towards your details, making sure that your perfection, of course, how you appear, make sure that's looking real good on this perspective. Because when the full moon get into Libra, you're going to receive the right value in systems, the right people that's going to come into your life, and the right things. Now, if you're not putting the right energies, putting the right perspectives and the right steps in the moon of Virgo, you're going to receive the wrong value systems when it comes to the full moon. You're going to receive bad value in systems, bad things that's going to basically come into your perspective because you didn't clean up, feel me? All that shit that you were supposed to be cleaning up is dirty now. It's rotten. So you're going to basically be open to all parasites, all dirty worms, all negative things that you don't want to basically conduct in your space. So you need to go ahead and get yourself right. Now, if you got Virgo in your second house, what you basically need to be doing in this house right here, you need to be getting organized towards what you're catering to, organizing your talents, your gifts, your material, your money, your resources, feel me? Because if you don't take care of home or take care of house in that perspective, when the full moon in the Libra, you're going to be receiving full unsatisfaction when it comes to your environment, your surroundings, your friends, your siblings, your neighbors, and of course things that you are familiar with. It's going to be full turnarounds for your ass. You don't get situated in that right spectrum. Right? Now, if you got Virgo in the third house, you basically need to be getting very organized when it comes to your friends. You need to be getting organized when it comes to your familiar spaces. You need to be getting very organized when it comes to looking at the details. And of course, organizing things that you're doing to conduct yourself on a routine when it comes to your siblings, your friends, your journeys, and your learning experiences. And of course, organizing your mind. Because mind over matter. You want to make sure your mind and the way you think and communicate and organize, you want to make sure all those things are routine and pattern. Make sure these things is neat. You want to make sure everything that's in your environment and your surroundings is perfect during this time. Because when the full moon get into your fourth house, which is in Libra, you're going to receive you're going to basically receive the right fulfillments when it comes to your home and your privacy, or you're going to be basically receiving the wrong fulfillments when it comes to your home and your privacy. Now, if you got Virgo in your first house, you need to get organized and practical and make sure your home, your house, make sure you start cleaning up. Make sure you start cleaning your house and shit. Make sure everything start getting organized. Make sure everything start getting prepared and prepped. Of course, you need to take care of your details when it comes to your home and your family and shit. I mean, look at those details. Make sure those are organized. Make sure home and family are straight. Because if you don't do that, you're going to have a full moon when it comes to your 5th house. Feel me? This is going to be good or this is going to be bad. Gifts and talents or bad hobbies. Good hobbies or bad hobbies. Depending on how you play with it. Now, when it comes to the Virgo in the 5th house, you need to get organized and be right when it comes to your creativity, your talents, your gifts, and what you do every day. Now, if you'll get your gifts and your talents and your organization perspectives catered towards too, you're going to have a bad full moon when it comes to your routine, your work, or your health and shit. Feel me? So you need to get your shit right in that area. Feel me? Now, when it comes to Virgo in the 6th house, so you're going to have all the power, all the energy to go ahead and get organized when it comes to your work ethics. Now, if you get your work ethics organized, your full moon when it comes to your relationships and what you relate to will be a nice, smooth full moon. Feel me? It won't be a catastrophic moment when it comes to your relationships and what you relate to. Now, if you got the Virgo in your 7th house, you need to get organized. You need to organize your relationships. Make sure these things are being perfected or looking perfected or look perfect in some kind of magnitude. You want to make sure these things is organized. You want to make sure these things is detail oriented when it comes to your relationship and your desires and shit. Or else your ass gonna be basically, your ass might catch an STD on the full moon and Libra, because you got Libra in your 8th house. Now you don't want to catch an STD, so you want to make sure you get your relationships and how you relate to individuals very checked out on this time. For me, or you want to make sure you're sleeping with the right individual during this time. You want to make sure you're relating with the right individuals during these phases. Now, if you got Virgo in your 8th house, you need to get your sexual desires, your passions, and of course, your privacies organized. This way, when the full moon gets into Libra, you will have the right experiences, and your secrets and things that you want to keep privately hidden won't be exploited towards these experiences, and you'll be able to actually move fluidly and won't have no issues or no problems. Now, if you got Virgo in your 9th house, you need to get your belief systems, your experiences, your learning ethics, and of course what you do catering towards what you do with your experiences. You want to get everything in that routine situated, routine practical. Feel me? Now it's going to be a learning process for you. So you need to be learning how to get organized when it comes to your routines, when it comes to your experiences, when it comes to your spiritual perspectives and things that matter. Because if you don't, how you're seen and what you're known for is going to be very, very unpleasant. Because of course you're going to have the full moon and your 10th house, where you got Libra at. So you want to make sure that your status of what you're known for is, you want to make sure these things is looking good. So what you need to be doing and organizing is your experiences and prepping yourself towards the right experiences in your life. Now, if you got Virgo in your 10th house, you need to be organizing your business, your career, your status, your goals. This way, you won't receive unknown bad expectations when it comes to associations, or you won't be guilty by association when it comes to the full moon Libra. For me, this way your status and what you're known for was organized. This way everything was catered towards to you. Was being practical in that area. You was making sure you was taking care of responsibilities in that area. This way you won't be guilty by association by the wrong individuals, or associate yourself with the wrong individuals, or get your ass killed. Wrong place, wrong time. Now, if you got Virgo in your 11th house, you need to organize get more responsible and organized with your associations, your groups, your friends, your acquaintances, and of course what you are basically committed to when it comes to your groups or the people that's in your circle. This way, you won't have any bad dreams. Everything will basically go very smooth for you in that spectrum. Now, if you got Virgo in the 12th house, you're going to basically be on a polar opposite. Now, you want to make sure your dreams, your imaginations, your fantasies, and your subconscious, you want to make sure you're getting that organized. You want to make sure you're starting to clear things out so you can be very light and empty. This way your personality and how you personally appear to the world won't be affected in no way when it comes to the full moon in Libra. And everything will basically cater towards your spectrums. And it won't be an issue in that situation if you get your subconscious and what you are known for behind the scenes perfected. And you'll be out of that situation.